Hi everyone, this is Sharon. Today I am bringing you my latest design team project for Christy at Everlasting Journals. When I was thinking about this month's project, I knew I wanted to make some tags or ephemera, and I was kind of looking for inspiration, and I happened to come across a video by Kathleen Mower, and I'll put Kathleen's video link down below in the description. But she was making some tags with secret pockets, and I just love that idea. So I thought I would make some of my own and do a little craft with me today. So if you'd like to make one of these or learn how, come along with me and I will show you how. We'll just go through some of the ones that I made as samples here. So this is the first one. And this is a pocket on the bottom I embellished with some fabrics and a button. And then in that pocket, I have this little tag of this lady. I embellished with some lace on the top. I've used, I think, about 4 different kits of Christie's to make these 3 tags, so I will link those in the description as well. And then I just did a little stamping on the back for embellishment, backed it with an old book page, and that provides some nice writing space. And then here's where the secret pocket comes in. This actually is a flap that flips up, and there's more places to stash things in this same pocket. You just don't know it until you take out the items in the front of the pocket. So I put some fairly neutral papers on the inside of the flap, so this would provide lots of journaling space in there. And then I also tucked in some journaling sheets in each of these. So this is a beautiful image from set 40 of Christie's. And I printed it on newsprint paper and just left it blank on the back for lots of journaling space. So as I said, that tucks into the secret flap. I've got a little whale tail tab on there, so that just tucks into the pocket to kind of camouflage the back. And then the tag goes in the front, and that's what you've got. And then on the back side, I've got one of Christie's beautiful Old World labels on there. On the second one that I made, I just embellished my pocket with a little bit of string and a wax seal. And then I put this journaling sheet on the front of this one. So I've got this that folds out, another beautiful image from set 40. Writing room on the back that I just left blank. And then if I flip this one up, again, I've got a neutral inside, and then I've got this card on the inside. That's what the back looks like. And then this third one is the one we're going to be making together today. So this one I embellished with a paper doily, some lace, and a button on the pocket. The back, I again added one of Christie's beautiful labels. And then in the front of the pocket, I've got these 2 tags that I made. And then when we open the flap, got this beautiful paper inside. And then this wonderful image, again from set 40, that provides some journaling space. So I hope you will come along with me and we will get started on making this tag. Okay, so for the tag we're making today, I started out with this piece. It's on cardstock. I printed it front and back. So this top image comes from Christie's set 40, and this beautiful background floral image comes from her set 25. And I used the full length of my piece of paper with 1/4 inch margins. So the length of this is 10.5 inches, and I made this one about 3 3/4 inches wide. So what I'm going to be doing is folding this down like this. Yep. But the first step I'm going to do is to embellish and then attach my pocket at the bottom. So this is a pocket that I cut out from that same sheet, and this is about just a little better than 2 inches high, and it's the width 3 3/4 of my tag. So that's going to sit down in the bottom as a contrast, and this is going to be folded down. I thought for this pocket I would embellish with this coffee dyed paper doily and just kind of put that in the corner and then maybe add a piece of lace on top of that and then this vintage button on top of that. So I am going to take my paper doily. Let's see, how do I want this? I think I was going to have it this way, so I can get some more of those flowers on, and then maybe do something like that. So I'm just going to cut it maybe about a 1/2 inch above my pocket because I want to fold this over the top of my pocket just so there isn't anything loose on there to catch. And then I'm going to cut this along the side. And then I'll just glue this on there. So I'm gonna get my trusty glue book. I ordered some packaging supplies from this company and they sent me a 900-page catalog. So this will take me a while to, I'm using it, the whole thing as glue pages. I'm already almost on page 400. So I think I will use my glue stick on this solid part and then maybe follow up with some art glitter glue that I keep in this little bottle on these lacy bits. Otherwise it gets kind of gloppy with the glue stick. Okay, so let's get that positioned. Take that out of the way. I'm just going to fold that over. Okay, and then I'll cut this excess off on the side. All right, and then this piece of lace I thought would look nice on there. So for that, I am going to just dot the back of that with my art glitter glue. This glue holds pretty well, unless it's really thick lace or fabric. Most times, especially if I'm trying to go around little lacy bits like this, I like to use this glue. And it does dry nice and clear. Otherwise, if I'm working with something thicker fabric or thicker lace, then I'll use my Fabri-Tac. Get on some of these. Okay. Maybe just have it going off the edge a little bit on this side. Okay. And then my button, I think, I like to sew these on just so I have a little bit of thread in there. So I've got this kind of thicker hemp thread that I like to use for sewing those on. And what I'm going to do is just go down and then poke a hole from the top and then come back through. And then I'll just tie that down. Okay, and then I'll get my, just a minute, I gotta find my little scissors. Teeny scissors to cut this. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good for our pocket. So if I bring back my large piece, that'll go down on there. And so I'm just going to glue around the 3 sides to form a pocket. Okay. Let that set up for just a second. I did some of the others where I folded my flap down first and then put my pocket on, but for this one I'm doing it the opposite because I think it might just be easier, I don't know, to get things lined up. So I'm going to set it sideways like this. Now I'm going to butt this up against my pocket and not have it overlapping and not a gap, just right up against it. And that will really give you that illusion of not knowing that there's the flap there. And I'm just going to take my bone folder and really burnish this crease on the top. Okay, so that opens like that. And now I think I will put my tab on there. So I'm just going to glue my tab to the bottom of this. Again, I'm going to use art glitter glue for that. This is the tip that came with my art glitter glue bottle, and I just put it on this little bottle. It's much easier to squeeze and handle. Okay, oops. So I will try to center this and then just have it hanging over the edge, maybe 1/4 of an inch or so, just so we can tuck it under our pocket. Okay, so that will tuck under there and create a nice secret pocket and writing place. Now I'm looking at this now and thinking, well, that doesn't look very secret. I suppose I could have used this to kind of camouflage it a little bit, but that's okay. You won't really see it once you have your item tucked in there. Once you pull it out, then it's no longer a secret. Okay, so I will set that aside because now we can make our ephemera to go in the pockets. So for this one, I thought I would pull these two images, this perfume bottle and this mirror. And these came also from set 11, similarly to the other ones where I had the lady pictures. And I thought I would just back these with a piece of old book page. So this is a Reader's Digest book page. And what I'm going to do is just glue these both on there and cut them out, and I will be right back. Okay, I have my two pieces glued and cut out. So I've got this book page on the back, and that just gives these pieces a little bit more strength and a nice writing surface. So I'm going to do a little bit of inking on these, on both the front and the back. Okay. I thought for these two I would give them little fabric tabs on the top. So I've taken these two pieces of cotton and I'm just going to staple those to the tops of these tags. So this one I thought I would put on the back so I don't cover up the printing on the front. I'm just going to staple these on. This one I'll put on the front. Okay, and then I also thought on the back I would do a little bit of stamping. So I've got this kind of scrolly stamp, and I'm going to get some of my scrap paper on the back so I don't stamp on my surface here. I think I'm just going to use this black soot. It'll give it kind of a, I kind of looked at different colors, but in the end I just landed on something plain. So for this one, I think I'll put it on the top. kind of faint. I think that'll work nicely. And then this one, I thought maybe I'd just put it on the bottom. So let's tip that one that way. Okay, so they have a little bit of embellishment on the back. All right, so now if we get our tag, okay, I think what I'm going to do next is to clip my corners on this one. And I might as well use the one I've already made as my template. Here we go, this one. So let's just put that on there. Okay, give that a little ink rub. So we've got the items for the outside of our tag. So I will be slipping these in the front. And then for the inside, the secret pocket, I printed this image from set 40. And I just printed it on some newsprint paper. It's nice and light, but there's plenty of room on the back for journaling. And like I said, inside of here, plenty of room for journaling as well. And that's why I used a more neutral pattern there. So let's just give this a fold. You can tuck that in there. And then I thought on the back side, I would add one of Christy's beautiful labels. Her set 39 has old world labels, and there's just a lot of really beautiful ones in there. So maybe I will just glue that there. So this I will glue with my glue stick. Okay. Okay, so get that seated. That might be a little tall because I see it's hanging out of my clipped corners. So I wonder if I want to, maybe like on my other one, I just folded up the bottom a little bit so it would tuck in there a little better. So let's just fold that a bit so it stays inside of my corners and you can't tell it's in there. So we will close that up, and then we will grab our other two pieces and tuck those in. And our tag is finished. I think those are pretty cute. I might be making more of those. I'll just bring back my other two as a reminder. We've got this one, and then we've got this one. So I hope you enjoyed that little craft with me today. I appreciate you coming along with me, and until next time, bye-bye.